This is Dan of Vagabond Awake.
𝗔昶 from Hobo Venture.
In this video, we're going to cover our first impressions of Cebu in the Philippines. We're here now. And then we're going to talk about Philippines visa update. And then finally, we're going to talk a little bit about the inflation that we're seeing here on the ground and some other tips you need to watch before you come over to the Philippines now.
Welcome.
So we're in Cebu now. I don't think I've been here for 13 years. I think 2009 or 10 was the last time I was here.
I was here on 2012, if I'm not mistaken. And that time, I'm still single and beautiful and young. With my friend, come to visit the Cebu city, and we went to Boho and Oslo.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was in a relationship when I was last here. And I was still old.
I still remember, you know what? Because me and my friend, we went for a boho. We have a dryers in the Filipino, and then he keep asking us if we have a boyfriend or not. He said that Filipino is very great. You know, they are good on the night time. Like, well, I would just say yes. I already have boyfriend. Thank you for your offer.
All right. So first impressions of Cebu. It reminds me of BGC in Manila in some ways.
You will be talking about this place, this is IT park. That's why it's make you feel like a BGC here.
Yeah, this is they call it the Cebu IT Park, and it has like the big newer buildings and a lot of greenery and restaurants and
24-hour restaurant.
Yeah, because people are they're call centers here, and they're working 24 hours depending on the time zone of whatever country that they're calling into. So it's a lot. It's like a little New York City in that way. It's open 24 hours. So, and it's a little. I would say it's younger and a little hipper than BGC. BGC is a little older crowd, maybe not much, but here probably the average age is, wouldn't you say, maybe in the 20s?
Yes.
And it seems like it's a lot of Filipinos here, and that's also true in BGC, but a few more expats maybe.
Yeah, I see a lot of expats here actually.
Yeah.
We went for a night market food court, which is Cebu Mercado.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of the Westerner, a young Westerner,
right,
and also a very lot of young local people.
Yeah.
The food is amazing. It's a place that you can eat the food in the Philippines, around the Philippines, so it's a good place for me to be here.
And foreign food. There's also Indian food there and other
Mexican, Korean, Japanese.
There's even pasta.
Yes.
And it's all in this little area where you can just walk around and pick one and order a meal.
The best thing, they also have playing a music, and the music is not too loud.
Yeah, you can talk.
Yeah.
And they even have beer there if you want to relax and have a beer.
And also, actually, surrounding the Mercado, is also have a small restaurant around. They have a live band.
Yeah. In fact, we're going to go there tonight maybe and watch some live music.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so there's a lot of that's just the food market. But then there's all these full-blown restaurants everywhere too.
Yeah.
You have KFC and like Domino's and
Starbucks, Chowkins,
Jollibee, all of it's here.
Yeah.
And so it's all very condensed. You don't need to get into a car.
And Ayala Mall is just right in front.
Right.
Around here.
And you have the expat style grocery store there, and all of the clothing and everything's in that mall. It's a typical Ayala Mall. So it's a very tightly compressed community here. And then you have normal sort of Filipino neighborhoods surrounding it with maybe better prices and a little more typical Filipino lifestyle. So, so that is, like Chung said, is Cebu IT Park.
Yes.
Where we're staying. The internet here is amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah, like we have 300 megabits per second download and almost 70 upload. And that makes sense, though, because it's where all the call centers are, right? And so they need really good internet in this area. And so that's amazing. Chung mentioned the nightlife. Yeah, live music, and it's great. And so the other thing is they have like a little bus terminal here in the center of the IT park with buses running everywhere, and they have the names of the places around town. So you just read the name of somewhere you want to go and jump on one of these buses, and off you go. And of course they have Grab, just like everywhere else in Southeast Asia. So if you want to go to the grocery store or maybe one of the open air markets which are much cheaper than the expat grocery stores. You can get a grab over there or take a bus over and take a grab back with all your groceries. And it's quite good. If you would like to learn how I fired my boss and traveled the world for 16 years and how I pay for things, grab a free copy of my ebook. So overall, I would say I'm really enjoying having just all the convenience of this area.
In this area, okay, we are talking 𝐼𝐵 area.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. I love it because it's very clean and very organized, and I can get everything that I want, like foods, clothes, grocery stuff, daily stuff, and they have a dentist here, they have clinic around here, they have everything around here in this park.
Yeah, so it's really and lots of fun stuff to do. So it's hard to beat this neighborhood. And of course, Cebu is, all the natures are on the outside of Cebu. This is the city.
Yeah.
So if you want to enjoy nature, you're going to want to jump on a tour or whatever. Okay, we promised to give you a Philippines visa update. The rules are the same. I'll give you a quick summary of it. You do not need a retirement visa to come to the Philippines. You just come on a tourist visa, and you have to extend each month for up to 36 months, and depending where you are in the Philippines, you can extend for different periods of time. They may only let you do 2 months at a time, or 1 month, or 6 months, but you can do it for 36 months, and then you have to do a visa run. You do not need to apply for a retirement visa or any other kind of visa. You just come on a tourist visa and keep extending.
Okay, one more thing is before you come to Philippines, 3 days before your flight, you need to be register the entry card online, and then you get a QR code. Then you can be easy for you to be entering to the Philippines. Even you don't have, when you check in the flight check-in place, the flight people will ask you to be registered before they give you the ticket.
Right. And also the Philippines typically do, and did again this time, they asked for an exit flight when we both boarded the flight and when we landed in the Philippines. And so you need a onward ticket or a return ticket.
Yes.
And the way we do that, since we never know when we're leaving, is we Google the words onward flights, and we usually rent a ticket for like the 24 to 48 hours before we fly. So when we both get to the boarding and when we clear immigration, it's a real ticket, and it's just rented though. So
yes,
for $10 to $20.
10 to 20 baht for the onward flight ticket, and the entry form for the Philippines is free, so you don't need to pay for anything to fill on the Philippine entry online form.
The update that's all the same. That hasn't changed. The update we wanted to say is that we asked today we're at immigration and we extended for our 2nd month. And we asked how long it takes to get the I-card, because when you go for your 3rd month extension, you have to get this thing called an I-card, and they said it takes 30 to 60 days, depending on what part of the Philippines you're in. Since we've come to the Philippines and we want to visit and report on the cost of living and retirement conditions in 5 or 6 different places over about a 4-month period, we were planning on moving from place to place, doing what I call exploratory visits to different parts of the Philippines. And the problem is, if we sign up for an I-card in one place and we move on to another part of the Philippines, when it's ready in 30 to 60 days, we're in another part of the Philippines. So that's a problem.
Yeah, unless you can do it in Metro Manila, you can get it in 7 working days, which is we have it before on the last summer. We get it in the 7 working days.
7 working days, yes. Yeah. You can get it quicker in Manila. In fact, that's the problem. All of these immigration offices around the Philippines, they send the paperwork to Manila, and it gets completed there, and then they send it back to the office where you applied. And that's why Manila is quicker. But in our case, what we've decided to do is whatever city we decide to get the I-card in, we'll apply there, and then we'll go visit 1 or 2 more cities and come back if it's a month or 2 and pick the card up then.
Well, if it's just a month, I can stay in one city for a month.
Yeah.
But it's more than a month, 2 months, it's very hard for me to be stay, because we have more things to do.
We have more places we want to see and want to report on. So that's kind of the update that we wanted to share with you. If you're coming for exploratory visits, you might have to make some adjustments in the order in which you see the city, so you can you can make it back to the city where you applied for the card and pick it up. So that was it for Philippines visa updates.
Yes.
The next things we want to talk about is some of the inflation we're seeing on the ground here and some other tips that you're going to want to know before you fly. So we've been shopping for food since we got to Cebu, and we've noticed the prices are higher. There's 3 tomatoes here, the Roma tomatoes for 127 pesos, which is like $2. That's crazy. Crazy expensive. But so far we've only been to the expat grocery stores, and that's just because of convenience. It's right around where we live here. But we also have a lot of experience in the Philippines. As you know, we've reported on, it seems like at least 20 cities. And normally what we do is we go to what's called a public market. It's often in a large building, and it has multiple mini little families that have booths there that sell fruits, vegetables, meats. And that's normally where we buy, and we typically save quite a bit in those places.
And the fruit and vegetable you must say is more fresh.
Fresh.
Because in a big mall here, we went to like 𝗑𝗲 supermarket here.
Yeah.
The vegetable literally is not that fresh.
Not that fresh.
That compared with we went to the public market to buy the vegetable.
Yeah, so maybe once a week do a run to a public market or open air market and buy your fruits and vegetables for that week. And you only go into the expat grocery stores when you need something specific that's not available in the open air market. Yeah. But honestly, to live longer and have a healthier heart or life and heart, you want to eat mainly fresh living foods rather than packaged stuff. So you're better off just buying most of your diet at these open air markets anyway. Mm-hmm. We also wanted to share with you, we got a membership. In the US, we have these memberships like Costco and Sam's Club, and you probably have them in your country too. But here in the Philippines, they have a place called Landers, which is the same sort of thing. It's a big warehouse, and they sell everything in big packages, and you have to buy a membership. Yes. The only thing is the membership's cheaper here. It's $14 normally, yes, but right now it's on sale for $7.
Yeah, they're on sale until end of the June for 350 peso.
Yeah, and so this is May of 2023 now, and so if you're watching until the end of June, right now they're having a sale. So if you're into buying large quantities at lower prices, go to Landers and get your membership for $7. It lasts for 1 year. Yes. Anyway, so we went there, and we'll show you film of everything we're talking about is on this video. And so we'll show you film of Landers, but we weren't able to buy that much because we're slow travelers. We usually spend a few weeks or a few months in a place, and these are large quantities of stuff at lower prices, and we can't fit it all in our luggage, so we only bought a few things. But if you're more of a stationary retiree, you're picking a place to live and settle down, and there's a Landers in your neighborhood, it's probably a good place to go to save money.
By the way, they have a lot of the discount supermarket. They have another one, it's called S&R, also is a membership supermarket. Or you can go to SM Hypermarket or Robinson's Mall. These two have no membership, and it's more local pricings more. And I prefer to shop in those places.
Okay, good. We also want to talk about the ferries. During my working years, when I went somewhere, I would always fly because the time was always the issue. And I wasn't really interested in really getting to know a place. But as you know, we were just in 𝐴𝐴, which is a gorgeous white sand beach place with surfing and just really lovely.
Good food.
And really great food choices for a small city especially.
Yes.
And we took a ferry from there to here. Now we could have flown with our luggage and everything. It would probably been 100 or 150 each. But we took a ferry, and so we got to see the water and the islands and the beautiful Philippines from ground level on a ferry rather than just a quick flight, and we saved a lot of money. Yeah,
we take a ferry from the Siargao to Surigao. It's 450 per person. And then from Surigao, we take about 9-hour ferry to Cebu. It's 1,560 peso per person.
Yeah, so it's like $39 a person or 150. And boom, you're there if time's an issue, or if you really want to enjoy the country and see it at ground level. The ferry was really a very relaxing experience.
Yeah, because we have that flat bed, and then you have AC, so yeah, it's quite good. It's nice. I do enjoy it.
Yeah. And remember, when you fly, you have to be there 2, 3 hours early, and then you have all the hassle when you get there landing, trying to get to the taxi and all that. So you probably, even though it's 13 hours on a ferry and everything, if you add a few, maybe it's only, an extra 6 or 7 hours once you add both ends of trouble when you fly. And so think about that and whether or not you want to see the country. If you'd like to be a guest star on Vagabond Awake, please leave a comment below. We're looking for people that live all over the world in beautiful places on much less money than they would have been retired on in their home country. The 𝗪 report will be coming out in the next week or two. It'll give cost of living in there, things to do. And then Cebu later after that, a few weeks after that. I have a video called The Top 10 Mistakes that overseas retirees make. I'll put that up in the upper corner. Just click that right now and watch it. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Have a great day.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.